Hello YouTube viewers, so today I'm going to show you the last 10 days of Inktober challenge, not including day 31. So I'll talk first about my first 10 days. For me, the whole process started with the hardest technique. The hardest thing for me, the character design, as I said on the last video and on the video before that. The second 10 days were difficult for me in the creative process. And these 10 days were just absolutely amazing for me. I really enjoyed them, and I enjoyed doing the whole process. I absolutely did something that I enjoy doing on a day-to-day basis, like drawing portraits, and especially drawing elderly portraits. I must say that during the process, I enjoyed doing the men portraits more than I enjoyed doing the women portraits. I don't know why, but the men portrait clicked for me much better. The beards, the mustaches, they clicked better with my style. Though the women, they were quite okay as well, I guess. On these 10 days, I enjoyed using just normal pen and paper, just doing what flows from my brain, processing the image to the paper as I see it. And I enjoyed not moving around too much in the house. The other days, I couldn't do some of the artworks on the table because the ink was acrylic ink. It could have made the table destroyed, so I had to change places, and on the first 10 days I was a bit messy. So on these 10 days I actually focused on having fun and creating what I like, that is portraits. I decided doing elderly portraits because I felt like, well, the first book was more about the teenage years, the beginning of life, the beginning of developing, of growing up. The second book was a whole life process, like development of life. And the last book was, let's say, in a more morbid way, the last days of life. I think that when I did the cover of this book, that is the sun setting, it's kind of reflecting the whole concept of getting old. That is, on one point, kind of sad, and on the other point, kind of, well, regular. That's what we know. That's what life is kind of about. So doing those 30 days were a real process for me. It's the first time that I had to work on something on a daily basis, every day, and creating something that in the end would be complete, without me thinking I would later make it better or I would later change it. So the whole 30-day process that made one complete work was something that was kind of new to me, especially working on it on a daily basis. It was quite nice. I really enjoyed the process, and I enjoyed the result. And you will see the result on the next video that will probably come on the 5th or the 2nd of November, where I will show you the whole book. Like, I will do a sketchbook flip through of these whole 3 books and draw the cover, day 31 of this whole book. This whole Inktober made me think a lot about my YouTube and how I contribute to my channel and how do I make my channel what it is. And it made me think that I want my videos to be far more interesting and far less just speed paints and poor editing. I think that now I'm going to invest more in editing and in interesting music and making the whole thing connect. For me, as an art student, I feel that I need to learn how to edit videos very well, especially that I'm doing video art now and then as a student. I really enjoyed making montages. The whole opacity, flipping through, transparent, making them all flip through one another with different speed rates was kind of fun for me to make, and if you enjoyed it, I would love to know. One thing that was quite hard for me was recording my voice on to these videos. It was the hardest part. Editing it afterwards was really hard for me. I didn't do fluent talks. I had to edit it completely, every 2 words, delete, and I really hope that I will get better with it soon. So I won't talk a lot today, and I wanted to say that I hope you enjoyed and enjoy the vibe of the music. Have a nice day.